right, so we're actually going to start off with a musical number here. So if I think it says Grove Studios, if you guys would come up and then you can self-introduce and we'll get our program started.
Good morning, everyone. Just checking. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yes, you sound great. Thank you.
Fantastic. My name is Rod Wallace. I am the program director for EMU Upper Bound. I'm also the educational programs coordinator here at Grove Studios. And we'd like to thank you for having us here for this momentous event. I am also the co-founder of the Amplify Fellowship, and we have our two fellows who are here with us today. Thank you, Krystle, for allowing our fellows to begin and close the event today. And first up today, we have Ki5. Thank you.
On a an, on a an, wa, on a an, on a an, wa, and on a an, on a an, wa, and on a an, on a an, wa. I go back to the place where I first held your waist. Much is wrong, much has changed. What's the year? What's my name? What's my name? Oh, I'm on the settle down. It's not real, but I feel on the you were light, you were clear. I feel lost again. Are you still here? You still here? Go on the are you still all my old friends wish me well. See that old girl, I walk my lines, I walk my floors, picture of you, and I'm done for, I'm done for. I'm done for. I'm done I don't cry for too long. Something says, love be strong. I hear your ghost in my ear. Please be close. Please be near. Please be near. Oh, oh, please be near. Please be near. Please be near. Please be near. Please walk. I hear your ghost in my ear. Please speak no so a beat near. I hear your ghost in my ear. Please speak no so a beat near. I hear your ghost in my ear. Please speak no so a beat near. I hear your ghost in my ear. Please speak no so a beat near. I hear your ghost in my ear. Please speak no so a beat near. I hear your ghost in my ear. Please speak no so a beat near. I hear your ghost in my ear. Please speak no so a beat near. I hear your ghost in my ear. Please speak no so a beat near. Ghost in my ear. Please speak no so a beat near. I hear your ghost in my ear. Please speak no so a beat near. I hear your ghost in my ear. Please speak no so a beat near. I hear your ghost in my ear. Please speak no so a beat near.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That was amazing. Thank you so much. All right. That's a wonderful way to start off the program. I appreciate y'all. I really do. I definitely appreciate Yodit and Rod for coming up with the idea to start us off with some music, because it probably would have been real dry otherwise. So, but I appreciate y'all so much. So again, my name is Krystle Dupree, and happy Black History Month, y'all. So today, I just want to thank you guys for allowing me to share the space with you and to guide us through this morning's programs. This morning is about collaboration and community. In developing the plan for today, the artists, organizers here today, they lent their opinions, perspectives, and intellectual labor to create a program that encapsulates Black history and inspires our present. Our stories are like a quilt, various interwoven patches that are holding history, politics, loves, losses, and together they create something warm, something beautiful, and something comforting. Our stories have the power to inspire not just a moment, but a lifetime. And today we are joined by local leaders who are artists, storytellers, poets, and organizers. And their dedication to their community shows in every effort they put forth to empower the people to use the resources that they have within themselves to build and to grow. So without further ado, I will yield my time to the featured leaders here today. We're going to start with Charlez Hall, then followed by Cherisa Allen, Rod Wallace, Yodit, and then we'll go into our panel. All right.
I guess that means I'm up first. How you guys doing? I'm Charlez Hall. I'm a resident of Ypsilanti my whole life for over 40 years. I grew up on the south side of Ypsilanti on Jefferson Street. And I consider myself a mentor for the youth, the connection for young Black men today to be successful by using sports and using their brains to get ahead in life. I've recently written my first children's book. It's called The Best School Year Ever. It's geared to kids K through 6, and it's about bullying. It's about showing kids that you should never ever treat people the wrong way. You should always treat people right no matter what. And I myself, growing up, found out that I was a bully without even knowing I was a bully. But I was a bully for the wrong reasons. I wasn't a good reader. I wasn't a good writer. I was scared to acknowledge that. I was scared to talk about that. And in turn, that made me act out in school and affect other kids the wrong way. Now, as an adult, I try to change my way, and I try to help any kid I can and change a young man's life by letting them know that if you have a problem, you got to go to somebody, find somebody to talk to, do whatever you can to fix your situation. So now I consider myself a speaker for anti-bullying, and I consider myself a mentor for our youth and our young Black men from my neighborhood from the ages of 5 to 14. I coach youth football for the Ypsilanti Braves. I'm also a coach at Huron High School, where I'm the defensive coordinator. I work my daily job. I work at Thurston Elementary School for Auburn Public Schools with special needs kids, self-contained class, whatever they need my help with. I'm always trying to help, and I always try to make sure they put me with a young Black man that I can affect their life and change their situation. Whoever would have thought me growing up, I would turn out to be this person. Like I said, I had problems bullying and communicating, but as I got older, I found a way to channel that and to make that work for me. Now, I can say that I've affected over 1,000 young men's life by helping them use sports as a tool and a stepping stone to get free education. So that's my goal. I'm always on that. That's why I coach. When I was younger, I wanted to be an NFL football player, and I quickly found out that comes with more than just the love for the game. You have to have the size, you have to have different things that have to work with that. So I teach kids that, hey, find your way, find your niche through sports, use it to get you a free education. It's not always about being in the NFL or making the money off of that, but you can use that to get you a free education and better yourself and get ahead in life. And that's what I'm here for. And I think that's my gift. That's my goal, and that's what God has blessed me to become. So I'm just proud of myself because growing up, I didn't know the path that I could have easily went another path where I'm from. Drugs was around me, gang banging, all these negative things were surrounded by me. But me and my friends in our circle, we use sports as an outlook and as an outbreak to not do those things. And it really helped. And I'm just trying to teach other young men the same thing. I've written all these things down, and I've written this whole paper, this essay, but I think it sounds better coming from the heart than me reading what I've written. My hero is my mother. When I was young, I was diagnosed with a rare blood disease that allowed my limbs and my joints to not always work the same way. And doctors wanted to use me as like a guinea pig to try all these different drugs and things on me. They wanted to amputate my legs. But my mom is a strong, faithful Christian, and she wouldn't allow that. And she became my hero that day that she saved me. And I love her for it. And she always helped other people, and people love to see her. And that made me want to be more like her. And I just pray about it. I always ask God to let me find my path. And I think he has by mentoring the youth, by writing books to try to change their life, by coaching football, by just being there for them no matter what they need, and always giving them the positive advice and trying to tell them something that they can take away and use to better themselves. I'm proud to say, since I've been at Huron High School, every kid that has been a senior has got a football scholarship to go on to college to play for free. And that is awesome. That's always my goal. Our youth football team, we do a lot of good things with them, and we always lead them into the right things and to help in the community. And I'm just here to be the bridge between the young Black man and from becoming a young Black man to becoming a man. I think that's my gift. I think that's my goal. I think that's why I'm here. I will continue to change lives one at a time or 10 at a time, no matter how it comes to me. But I'm here to make sure that every Black man have an opportunity that I touch to do something special. I'm gonna always tell them the right things. I'm gonna always try to say the right thing. So if you ever see me not doing the right thing, tell me. I'm always here to help. I love that I was even got involved in this. I love that I even met some of you people. I think God put people in your life all the time to help you. And some of you have helped Kalisha and Cherisa and these people on here. I love you guys, and I support everything that you do, and I love what you're doing, and it makes me want to be a better person and to do more. So thank you for allowing me my 3 minutes to say this and to speak my piece. And I hope we do more things like this, and whatever I can do to help any young Black person in this community, I'm willing to do. If you haven't seen the book Cherisa holding up to, it's a great book, a great message. I didn't know, like I say, I didn't like writing or reading as a youngster, but I've written my first book. I have 2 more that I want to come out with. And I'm just trying to tell kids, don't never count yourself out. Don't never shortchange yourself. Don't never close any doors because you don't know what you can do until you do it. And I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of the young man I've become. I'm still working on me. I ain't perfect. I ain't far from it. I've still got a lot of work to do myself. So help me. And if you ever see me out of line, tell me about myself. I'm just trying to be the best version of me that I can be and change kids' life anytime I can. So thank you. I really respect it. I really love what we're doing here. I think this is great. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh. Brother, I can tell you a football coach, man, because I'm hyped up right now. The way I can imagine your inspirational speeches. We ain't ready to knock somebody's head off. Peace and love, bro.
Thank you so much. I think we have Cherisa coming up next. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I am Cherisa Allen, better known as Cherisa G. I am a speaker, author, trainer. I am a lover of all things that empower women. I am the CEO of Do You See What I See? And I simply take women from stagnation to activation. I love my city. I love the people in it, and any and every chance and opportunity that I give to pour back in, I don't bow down. I love doing what I do. I don't consider myself a storyteller. I just consider myself a woman that God has given gifts and talents to. And about 7 years ago, I stopped hiding. I stopped running. I stopped being mad at myself and thinking less of myself. And so at that time, I did write a book and I shared with the world what happens when, as a little girl, you are violated. And so here I am today, 7 years later, 7, 8, I don't even know how, because I wasn't good at math. I'm just going to be honest. So here I am in 2022, standing before you as a Black woman who rocks. I love giving back. I love sharing my story. I love just telling the stories of young Black women, keeping them inspired, keeping them encouraged, keeping them on top, recognizing that everything in our life was all necessary. Every heartbreak, every pain, every lie, every time you were let down and left out, every slanderous word that was spoken against you, it was all necessary. Every tear you shed, every weary road you traveled, every yes when you meant no, every setback and every set up, every comeback, it was all necessary. Every disappointment, every breakdown, every breakup, yes, Yodit, Kalista, Charlez, Rod, Mary, Congressman Debbie Dingle, Mayor Richardson, Krystle, Desmond, and Kip, it was all necessary for you to be here at this appointed time, to be reminded of how great you are, to be reminded of your strength and your courage, to be reminded that you are not alone, to be reminded of your beauty and the promises of God. Ladies and gentlemen, it was all necessary. And that is why I do what I do. I remind myself that I am a Black woman whom this world really wasn't ready for, because I speak loud, I talk loud, I live loud. I am not afraid of who I am. I am unapologetic in everything I do. Oh no, I'm not going to be rude and disrespectful to you. but I am unapologetically a Black woman living in America, being able to tell my story in this little city of Ypsilanti in the Midwest, on the South, born and raised on the South side of Ypsilanti by a mother, as Yodit said, who never gave up on her little children. I'm the oldest of 8 children. And rest in peace, rest in power. May my mother, Victoria Swanson James, rest easy, knowing that the love and the gifts and the poor and the sacrifices that she made being raised during the civil rights era is now manifesting through her children. Ladies and gentlemen, it was all necessary. I yield the mic.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That was amazing. I'm not going to say too much because I want to keep us rolling. I'll add it to the middle part. So yeah. So Ryan, we have you next.
Krystle, are you waiting for me?
Yes, sir. We're having a little bit of trouble. You kind of low.
Okay, how was that? Is that better? Okay, so my name is Wallace. I am the program director for EMU Upper Bound, as well as the other things that I explained at the beginning. A lot of the work that we've been doing in the last year or two has involved the creation of music as a collaborative exercise for young men. Some of you may know that we've been working on the Formula 734 project for the last 2 years. We produced a documentary that has created a lot of dialogue, not just amongst young men, but in educational circles. It's been on the festival circuit, doing very well. And we're currently in the second season where we are having the opportunity to work specifically with court-involved youth. So that's turned over some great things as well. And one of the things that we do involves really using rhyme writing as a pathway towards not only self-expression, but self-evaluation. It's very important that we encourage youth to use the skills that are important to them and the interest that they have to give. It's important to engage them in dialogue about who they really are and who they want to be and who they believe they've been told that they are. So one of the things that I do is I try to model that as well, and truly try to encourage students to explore their emotions in depth. And this is one of the examples that I give them. This is from a song called Keep It Moving. I also have music that's on Spotify, as well as Bandcamp, available for sale, that uses some of these techniques. Again, this song is called Keep It Moving. Self-doubt is like a pit I've been climbing out for a grip. Just stay focused on the things that you hold inside your hand. So when times get hard and people start jumping ship, seek solace and notice it's just part of the plan. But they won't let me. They don't listen, or they want to forget me. They don't buy music. They ain't conscious, thinking correctly. Who are they? They ain't moving around. They can't connect me. They say they cool with me, but diss me indirectly. But you know, G, honestly, reading back the things that I say they be, inner dialogue is like Freud's ID, or maybe it's the ego that we take lightly. But the super ego be what you can't see. Wait a minute, they is me. This is how my brain explained the pain in me. I'm gaining every day and giving graciously. That's how I keep it moving. So please continue to encourage youth to explore themselves through creativity. And I applaud everybody that's in this room that does that work. And I look forward to continuing to collaborate with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right. Last but most certainly not least, we have Yodit.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, Baba Kip. It's good
Hey,
to
it's
see you.
Queen sister.
Okay, so I feel like I could levitate off of this chair after Rod, Cherisa, Charlez, and our artists. So I just want to ask if we could take a moment to kind of let what we heard move from our heads into our bodies a little bit. And maybe that might look like a breath for you, or it might look like just pausing for a moment. Because as Krystle said in the opening, this is our emotional labor. And so many of us, as Cherisa said, and as Charlez said, and as Rod share, like these are lived right now life experiences. We are survivors, we are creators, we are processing grief and loss while also being the agents of change that our communities have called us to. So let's just soak that in for a moment. So my name is Yodit and I use she, her pronouns. I wear a number of hats like a lot of Black women, but I'm here today as a poet. I'm here bringing visionary strategy. I'm here as an abolitionist, as a dreamer of economic, cultural, and community power for Black and Brown people. Some of you may know me as the CEO of New and also as the founder of Black Men Read. And I was thinking about Charlez and his book and Rod's one of our readers. And together they help us uplift Black men, all children, and the power of the stories of the diaspora as tools for liberation. Our children can't be what they can't see, and also for belonging and reshaping narrative. And our programming is for all children because we think all children benefit when they see Black-bodied folk and Black stories as normalized. And writing poetry is healing for me. I wrote when I was young, and then similar to Cherisa's story, a series of traumas kind of blocked that until a few years ago when I was invited into a writing collective of women of color called Untold Stories of Liberation and Love. And you can pick up our anthology at Blackstone. They reactivated my love of writing, and I find that writing and storytelling offer healing, and they've been a balm for me over the last few years, and a regular reminder to myself and to others of our humanity. I am and evoke the spirit of my living and past ancestors, including my great-grandmother Asmalash, my grandmothers Dolores and Mitzlau, my mother, may she rest in peace. And I'm very proud to be the mother of a 12-year-old and a fur baby. And I'm bringing their prayers and power into this space because I know for a fact that they spoke life into me even before I was born, when they were carrying me in their womb. And I dedicate this poem to Black women, particularly those of us who have chosen to lead in this moment. And though I'm centering Black bodied and women identifying folks, I wrote it for all of us because I know for a fact that every time Black women have gotten free from the continent to the movement for Black lives, every other human on the face of the earth has benefited. And as I'm sharing, if something resonates for you, I'm vibing off of your energy, so snap and comment and chat. And even though I won't hear you, I will definitely feel you. And then at the end, we're gonna close this piece together. I'll have a short call and response. The piece is called, I Wonder If They Knew. I wonder if my namesake, Queen Yodit, knew when she engineered an end to almost 700 years of Christian hegemony in East Africa. I wonder if Mama Harriet knew when she ran through those woods and raided the Combahee Ferry. while the ancestors left behind toiled in the blazing heat of the Mississippi sun, picking and wading through the brutality of these colonized lands. I wonder if they knew, as they offered their bosom, nursing and tending and raising Massa's children after kneeling in prayer for the lives of their own children. I wonder if they knew. I wonder, as they rubbed lard in the bottom of the cast iron pans, boiling chitlins and plucking greens, did they know? Did Fannie Lou Hamer know when she announced her candidacy in Mississippi and was subsequently barred? Did Black women like Hamer, who founded mutual aid and co-ops throughout the land, know that we are who we need? Did they know Jim Crow racism would inspire Black Wall Streets and Black solidarity in places like Tulsa? Did they know? Did Auntie Shirley know when she walked off the sidelines into the halls of Congress? When she told us we are our best thing, did Toni Morrison know? And Ella Baker, when she said, we who believe in freedom shall not rest. Did Audre Lorde know when she poured poetic truth into our spirits, proclaiming revolution is not a one-time event? Did Anita Hill know that Tawana Burke would clap back so hard she would revolutionize the words Me Too? Did they know Stacey would stir up Georgia and the whole nation when she showed us what it means to truly value Black women as change makers? Did they know the squad would agitate the status quo? And when our grandmothers and mothers smeared Vaseline on our sweet brown school-ready cheeks, did they know? When ashy knees and unbrushed teeth got scurried back to the bathroom, did they know? Did the butterscotch and peppermint candy church ladies know? Did they know Calista, Cherisa, and Krystle, among others, would be weavers of our collective quilt? Did they know we would hold in our hearts and bodies all of their struggle? Did they know we quietly come undone and then put on the masks to unapologetically lead our homes and firms and manage our responsibilities, raise up next generations and whole communities? Did they know their wounds passed through their wombs? Did they know that all that resilience, all that struggle, all that courage would be held in our spirits even now, and that we would feel their weariness centuries later? Did they know we would never lose the drumbeat of Africa, even when the world tries to snatch it from our souls? Did they know we'd be organizers and bookstore owners and world leaders and laborers and social workers and healers and poets and partners and spouses and midwives and engineers? Did they know we would be unbought and unbossed, even when the moderate liberal would feign support and advocacy? Did they know we would fully fill out the meaning of Black girl magic and Black boy joy and Black folk tired? That we would doubt and question ourselves and everything, and still, as Mama Maya told us, we would rise. We would rise and hold each other up, and on the rough days and in the moments that life leaves us in awe, we would carry their love notes in the backs of our heart. Did they know? Did they know that in our moments of doubt and dis-ease and self-loathing, the days when imposter syndrome has overcome us, that we would find rest and solace in the wisdom and the guidance of each other, because we are home? Did they know that we would be so gifted at honing in on the truths and depths of our being, we Black-bodied survivors? Did they know that we would help us reclaim joy, self-love, and healing through our tender, authentic, beautiful, empathic natures? Did they know we would be the warm respite that we needed? Did they know we'd remind each other frequently of how truly valuable, lovable, worthy we really are? And that we would bask in the brilliance and the glow of our sisterhood and our familyhood? Did they know that we would tell their stories and our stories when no one else would? We are coming to collect on behalf of our ancestors. Did they know? And now I want you to say aloud with me, of course they did.
Of course
Of
they
course
did.
they did.
Of course they did.
Of course
Of
they
course
did.
Of course they did.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
They knew.
They knew.
Mhm.
Peace.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Beautiful.
Powerful.
Yeah, take a deep breath and take all that in real quick. I just want to say thank you to everyone who has shared their stories, their work, and inspired and nearly brought a lot of people to tears. Myself, I was holding it in. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that right now. So, you know, but this is the intention behind the work, to inspire folks, to give people something to think about. So hopefully after your Zoom call is shut down and you're moving throughout your day, you'll remember these stories, you remember the words that were shared with you today, and they will help kind of transform the work that you do, the connections that you make, and reach out and support the folks that you have here so they can keep doing this great work.